The New England Patriots advanced in the NFL playoffs after a dominant victory over the Houston Texans in a game marked by absolute defensive control and the competitive maturity of the roster. The team showed authority from the start, neutralized the opposing offense, and secured its place in the AFC Championship, consolidating a moment of recovery after years of instability. The result reinforced the perception that the team is back to competing at a high level when it matters most, with execution, discipline, and a clear identity on the field. Before we continue, we invite fans following this analysis to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and participate in the comments. Audience engagement is a fundamental part of this coverage. It strengthens the community and keeps the debate alive during the NFL playoffs. Your opinion makes a difference and helps build this space dedicated to the Patriots. The victory came thanks to a consistent collective performance, but with the Patriots' defense being the clear standout. The defense was the game's main protagonist, pressuring the opposing quarterback from the first snaps and forcing successive errors. The defensive reading was sharp, the run defense worked effectively, and the defensive pressure completely destabilized the Texans' offense. The opposing quarterback showed insecurity, threw interceptions in quick succession, and struggled even when the pressure eased off, missing simple passes and basic decisions. The defense demonstrated maturity by alternating between aggression and control, something rare and extremely valuable in playoff games. This performance reinforces the assessment that the Patriots' defense is among the most efficient in the league at this point in the season. The most encouraging aspect for fans is the retention of the defensive core, as most of these players remain under contract, allowing for the projection of continuity and improvement. In big games, especially in the NFL playoffs, defenses of this caliber are often the deciding factor, and the Patriots made that clear against the Houston Texans. With the playoff spot secured, the focus shifts to the AFC Championship game against the Denver Broncos. The game's landscape changed significantly with the confirmation that Bo Nix is injured and out for the remainder of the season. The absence of the starting quarterback completely alters Denver's offensive plan and places Jarrett Stidham in charge of leading the offense in one of the most important games of the season. The assessment is straightforward. He's a backup quarterback, lacking recent match fitness, who hasn't thrown a real-life pass in a long time, and whose last recorded play was an interception. The expectation is that the Patriots defense will repeat the strategy that has been successfully used: constant pressure, quick reads, and a focus on forcing turnovers. The logic is simple and efficient: limit the quarterback's decision-making time, close short windows, and force errors. This approach has already worked against more structured offenses, and against a backup quarterback tends to be even more effective. On the offensive side, Drake May remains a key point of analysis. Despite some ball handling lapses, internal assessments indicate that most of the problems stemmed from the offensive line, which suffered from constant pressure. There was only one play considered a direct quarterback error, while the remaining fumbles occurred in situations where the offensive protection collapsed. Even so, Drake May responded in crucial moments, converting third downs with precise passes and intelligent runs, demonstrating game-reading courage and leadership. Despite his young age and only second season, Drake May is already showing clear signs of evolution and adaptation to the professional level. His confidence grows with each game, and his connection with his targets strengthens, even in adverse scenarios. The challenge now is to offer him better working conditions, something that directly involves adjustments to the offensive line. Pass protection remains the team's biggest concern. The individual performance of some players has left gaps, especially against high-level pass rushers. With little time left in the season, there is no room for deep structural changes. The solution lies in tactical adjustments, such as more frequent use of tight ends to help with blocking, quick chips at the line of scrimmage, and a game plan that prioritizes faster passes and immediate reads of the game. Even in the face of external criticism regarding their favorable schedule, the internal message is clear: the path doesn't matter, only the result. League history shows that champions are remembered as champions, regardless of the circumstances. If the Patriots reach the Super Bowl, the merit will be recognized for what was built on the field, with victories, adjustments, and execution. The preparation for the AFC Championship revolves around objective points: defensive pressure on Jarrett Stidham, generating turnovers, minimal protection for Drake May, and efficiency in red zone defense. These elements have been repeated week after week because they work. When executed, they put the Patriots in a clear position to win. The refereeing also came under scrutiny after yet another inconsistent performance. Errors were identified on both sides, reinforcing a recurring problem throughout the season. The biggest concern is that incorrect decisions could interfere in crucial matches, something that generates widespread frustration among players, coaching staff, and fans. With Bo Nix injured and Jarrett Stidham confirmed as the starter, the final analysis points to a clear advantage for the Patriots. The difference in rhythm, preparation, and current form weighs heavily in a game of this caliber. The favoritism is approached cautiously, but with confidence based on performance, not mere rhetoric. The continuity of this scenario reinforces the direct connection between on-field performance and fan expectations. The Patriots arrive at the AFC Championship supported by a clear pattern of competitive identity, something that has been built throughout the NFL playoffs, based on defensive consistency, situational awareness, and the ability to execute in crucial moments. The atmosphere is one of confidence, but also of attention to detail, especially in a game that defines the path to the Super Bowl. Analysis of the matchup suggests the Denver Broncos are under pressure due to the circumstances. With Bo Nix injured, the offensive plan suffers a significant disruption. The responsibility falls on Jarrett Stidham, a quarterback lacking recent match fitness and without a history of leading the charge in games of this magnitude. In an AFC Championship game, the margin for error is minimal, and any hesitation tends to be punished. The expectation is that the Patriots' defense will seek to exploit exactly that, repeating what they have already done against offenses considered more dangerous throughout the postseason. The defensive strategy remains unchanged: constant defensive pressure, varied formations, and an absolute focus on turnovers. The goal is to control the emotional clock of the game, force hasty decisions, and limit long advances. Efficiency in red zone defense also remains central, as preventing touchdowns and forcing short kicks completely alters the flow of the game. This pattern has been one of the hallmarks of the Patriots this season and explains why the team arrives at this stage with authority. On the offensive side, the discourse remains balanced. Drake May is seen as a quarterback in rapid development who has already demonstrated the ability to respond under pressure. Even when facing difficulties with the offensive line, he has found ways to keep drives alive, whether with decisive passes on third downs or runs at critical moments. Concern for ball security remains, but the internal understanding is that most problems are related to ball protection, not decision-making. The adjustments that can be made are tactical and immediate. Using extra help on the line, controlling the timing of the launch, and quickly reading the routes are all part of the plan to minimize risks. There is no room for experimentation, only for efficient execution. In games of this level, winning doesn't require perfection, but rather control over one's own mistakes. Among fans, the discussion about external narratives continues, especially regarding criticisms about an easy path or the devaluation of results. The answer remains objective. The title doesn't come with asterisks. Reaching the Super Bowl means beating qualified opponents at the most decisive moment of the season. The Patriots understand this and build their campaign without clinging to external narratives. The atmosphere surrounding the game also plays a role. Even playing away from home, the historical weight of the matchup, the accumulated experience, and the defensive confidence put the Patriots in a position of emotional control. And if the path leads back to Gillette Stadium with another conference trophy, the narrative will be simple and direct: efficiency, preparation, and responsiveness in critical moments. The ultimate expectation is for a game where details will define the outcome, but with a clear advantage for the team that arrives more structured. The Patriots enter the AFC Championship with identity, with a dominant Patriots defense, a young quarterback on the rise, and a game plan consistent with what the current phase demands. The connection with the fans is strengthened precisely because of this, by the feeling that the team has regained reliability when the situation gets tough. Regardless of what comes next, this moment already represents a competitive reaffirmation. The Patriots are back at the center of league decisions, back in big games, and have once again made the AFC Championship familiar territory. From here, each snap brings them closer to or further away from the ultimate dream, the one that culminates in the Super Bowl, with the Patriots' name once again among the protagonists of the